This will be baby number 4 for you, Cardi.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Cardi B just dropped a bombshell. She's pregnant again, this time with NFL star Stefon DIGGS of the New England Patriots. The announcement instantly set the internet on fire. Fans who are still processing her messy separation from Offset now have to grapple with a brand new chapter that's just as chaotic. And the big question people keep asking is this new baby about love or is it about revenge? Cardi hasn't been shy about her struggles behind the scenes. She's publicly admitted that her marriage to Offset has been dead for a long time. But here's the twist. She says the only reason she's still legally tied to him is because he refuses to finalize the divorce unless she pays off his tax debts. And it doesn't stop there. Cardi went further, claiming Offset also wants one of her houses as part of the deal. In her own words, she feels held hostage, like she can't move on until she hands over both money and property just to get free. For Cardi, this isn't just about heartbreak anymore. It's about business, survival, and what she calls being trapped in a contract. And if that wasn't messy enough, Offset's alleged demands are painting him as a man who knows exactly how to play the system. But the Offset problem goes deeper than tax bills and property disputes. Offset's reputation in this whole saga is messy at best. Cardi stood by him through multiple cheating scandals, from the early years of their marriage to the very public rumors that never seemed to end. She forgave him, stayed with him, and even defended him when critics told her to walk away. But now, after everything, he's accused of holding her back financially while she's trying to move forward with her life. And this isn't just about two celebrities bickering. Cardi has gone on record saying Offset won't sign the divorce papers until she pays his tax bill and hands over one of her houses.
The only way I can get out of my marriage if I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay for my own, and give them one of my properties. I'm fighting for that. I'm gonna fight for that. This is not no love shit. And like I said, I'm not gonna stop living my life because on a contract, I'm practically still married because somebody wanna hold me hostage if I don't give them millions of dollars to get out of it. So that's what I'm going through in life. However, I'm not gonna live my life. Y'all want me to remarry and stuff, to have another baby and stuff like that? I'm doing things what makes me happy.
That makes him look less like a heartbroken husband and more like a businessman squeezing every ounce of leverage he can get before letting her go. Fans see this and call it a power play. Some say Offset is cashing out on the years he spent with Cardi, flipping the script to get his own payday out of the split. Others call it hypocrisy. How could he cheat repeatedly during the marriage only to now drag his feet when Cardi wants to leave? But there's another side too. Offset still has a lot of loyal fans who think Cardi's downplaying her own role in the mess. To them, he's just protecting himself financially, making sure he walks away with something after years in a high-profile, high-spending relationship. Either way, their marriage has turned into a public chess match. It's no longer about love or even respect. It's about taxes, houses, kids, and control. And that's why this chapter of Cardi's life feels so explosive. Because while she's trying to move on with DIGGS, Offset is making sure the past refuses to let go. But Cardi's decision to move on with DIGGS created a whole new storm. Stefon DIGGS isn't just any NFL star. For years, he was the face of the Vikings and Buffalo Bills offenses. Now, he's wearing the colors of the New England Patriots. And with that move came even more eyes on him both on and off the field. DIGGS is one of the best route runners in football, a player who can embarrass defenders and change games with a single play. He did injure his ACL, but while his talent is undeniable, his personal life is a storm that never seems to calm down. Stories of back-to-back pregnancies, multiple baby mamas, and messy relationship drama have followed him from city to city. By 2025, reports surfaced that he had not one, not two, but 3 kids in the same year from 3 different women. That's not just tabloid talk, it's a storyline that makes people wonder how he's balancing family and football, or if he even cares to. So when Cardi B's name got added to that list, people didn't see it as a fresh start. They saw it as a collision of 2 chaotic worlds. Fans joked that she jumped from Offset, a man with his own history of infidelity, to someone who might be even worse. To them, this wasn't love at all. It was just another headline waiting to explode.
That's the broken hoe. Yeah, that's the broken hoe. She have to have a man. Yeah, that's the broken hoe that have to have a man. That ain't a strong woman. That's why so many young girls and young ladies look up to her and admire her. They all broken little hoes.
And that clip hits especially hard because it reflects a sentiment so many people share, that Cardi didn't take time to heal, but instead latched onto a man with a track record of drama. The moment Cardi's pregnancy news broke, the internet turned into a battlefield. Comment sections lit up with harsh words, people calling her a bird, a goofy, or someone who just refuses to learn from past mistakes. Some fans took issue with cultural identity, pointing out how she's embraced black culture throughout her career, while Latina women themselves don't often publicly stand behind her. Others dragged her timing, saying she should have finalized her divorce and cleaned up her personal life before bringing another man and another baby into the mix. And then there was the role model conversation. Cardi B has millions of young women watching her every move. Critics say she's setting a dangerous example, normalizing chaos, normalizing broken homes, and laughing it off like it's no big deal. That tension between her being a superstar entertainer and a mother of 4 is what really drives this backlash. Even little things like her joking during interviews or downplaying the seriousness of her situation rubbed people the wrong way. Viewers felt like she was laughing through the pain, making light of choices that could impact her kids forever. And for a lot of people, that's where sympathy started to fade. When you strip away the celebrity gossip, the real stakes here are the kids. Cardi B now has 4 children, and Stefon DIGGS is juggling multiple children of his own, some of them born months apart. Imagine what that family tree looks like. Siblings the same age, living in different homes, with parents who are constantly in the spotlight for the wrong reasons. Fans pointed out one of the most painful parts. What happens when Offset takes his kids out for dinner or buys them gifts, but Cardi's new baby with DIGGS gets left behind? That child risks becoming the outsider, not by choice, but because of how complicated the relationships are. And it's not just about Cardi's side. Stefon DIGGS' reputation as a father is under heavy fire. Critics say he's spreading himself too thin, prioritizing fame and lifestyle over stability. That's why Charleston White's words cut so deep when he said,
As a man, no matter how athletic he is and how well he's doing in football, he's a pathetic father. And every he done with gotta complain about it.
For many, that line wasn't just an insult, it was the painful truth of what happens when kids are born into chaos. Pediatricians and family experts often say children thrive most in stable, predictable environments. But what Cardi and DIGGS are building here, at least from the outside looking in, is the opposite. A revolving door of partners, siblings, and public drama. And whether fans love or hate Cardi, most agree on one thing. The kids are the ones who will carry the weight of these decisions long after the headlines fade. To be fair, Cardi has tried to explain her side. In interviews, she said she stayed faithful for years while Offset cheated. She revealed she's legally separated but stuck in the paperwork nightmare because of money and property battles. She admits opening up to someone new was scary, but she also says she deserves to live her life and be happy.
Wait, now that I talked about it, y'all better get my album. Y'all wanted to know, right? Now y'all know. Now y'all could buy my album so I could buy Pampers and diapers and all that type of stuff. I told y'all. Now go support my album because I'm a mother of 4 now. Yeah.
Cardi insists this pregnancy isn't about revenge, it's about moving forward. But critics point out contradictions. One moment she's laughing off the chaos, the next she's crying about being trapped. One moment she's talking about independence, the next she's tied to another man with a history just as messy as Offset's. So what does all of this say about celebrity culture and relationships? Some see Cardi as a victim, an overworked, exhausted mother fighting to escape a toxic marriage while still chasing love. Others see her as reckless, making choices that could create even more broken homes and more drama for years to come. Stefon DIGGS' career is also part of the conversation. On the field, he's a star. Off the field, he's criticized as someone who doesn't value his responsibilities as a father. The combination of his image and Cardi's reputation makes this pregnancy story bigger than just gossip. It becomes a cautionary tale about fame, love, and the price of public mistakes. So what can we learn from this? Maybe it's that money and fame don't protect anyone from messy relationships. Maybe it's that healing takes time, and rushing into new love while old wounds are still open can create even bigger scars. At the end of the day, this isn't just about Cardi B or Stefon DIGGS. It's about how choices, especially when kids are involved, can shape families for generations. Because when the cameras shut off, when the gossip fades, those children still have to live with the decisions made by their parents. It also raises a bigger question. Why do so many celebrities with all the money and resources in the world still fall into the same cycles of heartbreak and chaos as everyday people? Maybe the lesson isn't just for Cardi, it's for all of us. Real healing doesn't come from jumping into the next relationship. It comes from slowing down, facing the pain, and making better choices moving forward.